Hey everyone, so it's been 30 days since I started my YouTube channel, and there were some things I had in my mind when I first started this channel that I thought would be easy, and there were some things that I thought would be hard. Actually, starting this channel totally changed my mind with what it takes to make a YouTube channel and what's easy and what's hard. So we're going to cover in this video the things I learned in my first 30 days on YouTube. Okay, so 30 days in, here are the things that I've learned. The first thing I've learned is that the learning curve is steep. If this is something you've never done before, there is a crazy amount of information out there regarding what you should or what you shouldn't do on YouTube. And I learned some things the hard way just because I decided to just jump right in and go ahead and do it. The first thing I learned is that lighting is crazy. So I'm a photographer by trade, and sometimes figuring out lighting is pretty easy because you're not recording a video or anything, but when you have to set up lighting for a video, things change a little bit. So lighting is a pretty important element when you're recording these videos. Also, learning how to use my actual Sony Alpha camera to stream these videos, it took some time to figure that out. I had to watch some other videos, so thank you to those YouTubers that put those videos out so I could learn how to do this. And then lastly, I'm a photographer, so I've used Lightroom and I've used Adobe Photoshop, but I've never used any video editing software before. I kind of messed around with some iMovie stuff on my Mac previously, but I've never used Adobe Premiere Pro or Adobe Rush or anything like that. So having to learn those programs from scratch has been a huge part of me making this YouTube channel. Okay, one of the other things I've learned from doing this channel and from other YouTubers is that the content is king. What you decide to produce or what you decide to make for your subscribers, that's going to either make or break your channel. So I've had one video out of the 9 or 10 that I've created that has had more than 100 views. In fact, the video has had over 6 times more views than the rest of my videos. So I kind of took a look at that, and I'm kind of basing my new content off of why that video was more successful than the rest. So if you're going to create content, you need to make sure that the content is something that your subscribers actually want to watch. If you're creating stuff that just bores them in the first 30 seconds, then you're not going to be getting the subscribers and the watch time that you want on your YouTube channel. All right, next, determining what you're going to create for your channel is pretty hard. The first thing you need to do is understand what your channel is for. So my channel is on photography and design and trying to help people learn the system. So I've been trying to do things on lenses and what lenses perform well and how the lenses perform when you're out taking pictures, comparison of lenses, and technology related to photography equipment. Also, with your content, don't try to do too much at once. I kind of bounced all over the place with my first 5 or 6 videos. And so now I've kind of got a list of things that I will and won't do in the future regarding the content that I provide. And lastly, for this portion, that something is better than nothing. So if you're going to create content, make sure that you're doing it on a consistent basis. If you're creating content once every 2 months, nobody's going to watch your channel because you're not creating enough for them. In today's society, people want something now and they want it consistently. So I'm trying to create at least once a week right now. When I move back to Tennessee, hopefully I'll be able to create maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and then we'll go from there. All right, another thing that was kind of crazy about starting a YouTube channel was it was odd for me to be on this side of the camera. So like everybody knows I'm a photographer, so I'm used to being on the other side of the camera. So being here and staring at a camera and talking to you guys just is kind of weird for me. But as you do it and as time goes on, you kind of get more comfortable with it. If you go back and watch my very first video, yeah, it's pretty crazy how uncomfortable I look sitting in my chair doing my first video. So go ahead and take a look at that one, and you can laugh with me on how kind of odd it is. Also, having a support structure, people that will watch your videos and tell you, hey, you should do this or you should do that. That will help a lot with your content and how you create your videos. I've had my wife and my brother and my friends at work that tell me, hey, I really like this part, but maybe you should change this. Or my brother was all about sound, so I got a microphone and changed some things so there's not that huge echo that there was in my first videos. And as you keep creating and the more you do, the more comfortable you become. So it's not as odd for me to stare at the camera right now as it was over a month ago. So right now it's still a little uncomfortable for me. I'm still getting used to everything, but those very first videos, I was very, very nervous to do those. All right, and lastly, things that I've learned when I'm doing my channel and from other people that I've watched and kind of researched how their channels became successful was that being on YouTube and starting a channel is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So most of my friends and family know that I'm a runner. I love to run. And so the difference between a marathon and a sprint is me. I don't last very long in a sprint, but I can take my time and pace myself, and I could probably make it through a marathon. I've never done a full marathon, only a half, but I would like to one of these days. So consistency and time is key to making your YouTube channel successful. Everyone I've seen on YouTube that I follow regularly that's in the same kind of genre, they've had their YouTube channel for 3, 4, 5, or even more years than that. So they've been doing it a long time, and that gets them the views and the watches and the subscribers over time to make their YouTube channel successful. And then once you start to get those subscribers and things, then that's when your content becomes better. You know exactly what your audience wants, and you can create your channel around your audience. Also, YouTube isn't a get-rich-quick method. Like, there's nothing quick about YouTube. To even get ads through YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of public watch time to be able to get considered for YouTube revenue. So you're not going to just start a YouTube channel and within 20 days, all of a sudden, you're rich because you have all these followers on YouTube. And the last thing I'm going to say, and I've said it a couple times in this video, consistency is key. I've heard this from all the successful YouTube videos that I watch, all the channels that I watch, that consistency is what's going to get you to your end goal. So post good content as often as you can. If you can't post good content 3 times a week, then scale it down. Post good content twice a week or even once a week until you get the method down and the madness down. And then you can roll into posting 3, 4, 5, sometimes 7 times a week for like daily vloggers. That's what they do. All right, so those are the tips and things that I've learned in my first 30 days on YouTube. I'm still getting used to this, and I'm still trying to figure things out, and I'll just keep doing this until I get it right. And hopefully you like what you're watching so far. If you don't, let me know in the comments what you want to see, what I should do differently. I am welcoming your critiques. I want to learn how to do this. I want to do it right. So just please let me know. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. We'll continue producing these for you every week.